Good afternoon. My name is Rodney Dysinger, and I guess I'm teaching ethics in magic. It's kind of an interesting topic because some people don't like to talk about ethics or morals or anything else when it comes to using magic. Some of you have been here through most of the day, so you've heard a lot about what Wicca is, what it is not, what magic is, what it's not. One of the things I wanted to make real clear was that there's a big difference between Wicca and witchcraft. Wicca is a religion. Witchcraft is an art. And let me see, how can I explain it? Are there anybody here in a union?
Does a credit union count?
I think it means a labor union.
Like a labor union. What union?
CWA. It's a telecommunications union.
Okay. Now, do you have to belong to that union to understand the technology?
No.
So you could have somebody that wasn't in your union actually do the job?
Not in Illinois.
Not in Illinois. Good union. The difference between Wicca and witchcraft is very similar. A lot of people can practice witchcraft without being bound by the rules of the union. Those of us that do adhere to the Wiccan religion, we have certain boundaries that we place upon ourselves, and we have beliefs about why these boundaries exist. A few minutes ago, Ed played a piece of video from Lady Crystal about what magic is. And it's effectively using energy, tapping into the energy around us, and affecting changes in reality. We do it all the time. Earlier today, you were talking to Ed was in here talking and explaining some of the things. You know, way back when a caveman accidentally struck two rocks together and lit some dry wood on fire, and he discovered, my, look what I can do. Everybody else would have taken that as magic, because you just don't pick up any two rocks, and you can't burn wet wood. So you had to learn the right combination of which stones and what wood and how to do it. And if you were smart enough or learned how to do that, then you knew magic and everybody else couldn't do that. They'd have to come to you. 300 years ago, if you walked into your living room and reached over and flipped that switch on the wall and made light come on, you've been burned at the stake. Because you created magic. You manipulated energy. We manipulate energy all the time. You can do it physically, mentally, emotionally. You ever notice how you can affect the emotions of other people in the room?
Politicians do it all.
Politicians do it all the time. Go to a funeral. You ever see anybody sitting around laughing their brains out of the funeral? Not often. Yeah, I have.
Always something.
Obviously, you've been to a funeral in my family. A lot of things that are present now that we call technology, that we call there's even unions for, 300 years ago would have been called magic. Because a person needed specific knowledge in specific areas to make things happen. For me, the biggest difference between science and magic is that science sits down and figures out, why does this happen? Now, personally, I'm of the take two stones, whack them together, and make a fire, and I don't really care why. I want the results. I don't need the science in between. I'm also one of them kind of people that when you flip the light switch and nothing happens.
Flip it off again.
What do you do?
You flip it off again. It's like, why isn't this working?
Something wrong with me. Then you call the union and have them come in and rewire. And all you really need was a new light bulb. But that's all part of the science and everything about it. If you take a look at the present, some of the things that, that we're able to do now, we can manipulate energy in millions of different ways. We can transmit tons of information instantly. I'm old enough to remember when a computer would not fit in this room. And if you would have talked about a laptop computer in the 70s, they would have looked at you and went, they've been pumping you full of good drugs. Because the technology didn't exist. It does now. Can you imagine where we'll be in another 100 years? In another 50 years? We have hybrid cars now. We've got cars out there now that practically burn on water. Who'd thunk it? Somebody. Why do we do the things we do? Why do we flip the switch for the light?
Because we expect it to happen, and when it doesn't happen,
Well,
we go, huh?
we want it to happen. Why turn on the light if you don't want a light? Why build a fire if you don't want a fire? That's what magic is about. What do you want? What do you need? How do you get it? Anybody here want a lot of money? Run down to the bank, tell them you want $1 of money. You might get it.
No.
You might get a lot more than you bargained for. Why? One, it's not yours. And it's illegal, immoral, unethical, whichever you want to place it, to do that. Taking something that's not yours. Magic is a lot like that. What do you want? What do you need? And are you entitled to it? Go into the grocery store, go into Burger King, order a sandwich, stand there and eat it. You're hungry. Now they may not get upset about you not paying for it. Is that stealing? Well, what's the difference then if you make something happen and not willing to pay the price? Part of what we believe in is the personal responsibility. Are you willing to pay the price for what it is that you want? Law of checks about karma. You all know about karma? For every action, there's an opposite equal reaction. Well, that's physics. Something like that, yeah. But if I walk up and punch you in the nose, you going to kiss me on the cheek?
No.
Probably not.
Punch you back.
Might punch you. I don't know. But no, I mean, that's sometimes I see people who will want, they will want and not need, or say they need when it's really what they want, but they're not willing to pay the price for what is it that they think they need. Why should I make a hamburger magically appear? Well, go down the street and get one. And why would the powers that be give me the damn hamburger when they can, you know, go down the street and get your own? Anybody here a fan of Bill Cosby? Old Bill Cosby.
The stand-up comic, yeah.
He did a skit one time called Noah. You
Yeah.
guys remember it?
Oh, yeah.
About the discussion between Noah and God. That was hilarious. But it made a very good point. He was eating a sandwich, and this voice comes down and says, "Give me half of your sandwich." And he just smiled, and he said, "You got to make your own damn sandwich." And sometimes that's the message I get, you know, with magic. You know, I want all these things to happen, and they're going to say, "Hey, get off your dead butt and go get it."
Yeah.
Why should I be allowed to hit the lottery if I'm not willing to work for a living? I mean, do I want to hit the lottery just so I can buy me an airplane? Don likes that. I do too, and I've already got the paint job designed, so. Broom 1. Who says you can't ride a broom? Watch. By the time I get done with it, it'll look like a broom.